Greetings, Love Posse. Have you ever misplaced something in your house or somewhere? Have you ever walked the earth thinking that you are alone? Have you ever been confused, frustrated, not knowing in which direction to go, not knowing what to do with your life, needing some help and some guidance? I have. And it's been on my spiritual journey that I've learned that we have an entire team of spiritual beings, archangels, ascended masters, angels, spirit guides, animal spirits, and ancestors. We often forget that our ancestors walk with us on this earth. We may not see them. And if you grew up in the States in organized religion, many of these religious factions do not teach us that our ancestors are here with us to help us, to guide us, but that we have to ask for help. That they are watching over us. And anytime we get stuck, we're confused, we lose something, we need help, they will only intercede if we ask for their help. We are never alone. And for many, that may be challenging to understand. But when you're on this path, the spiritual path, you understand that the divine is always with us, sending help. But to receive help, we must ask. We can ask our ancestors, indigenous peoples, understand to which I'm speaking. They understand that the ancestors are always with us. They're always calling on the ancestors for assistance. Tribal communities understand that the ancestors are always here. So they too call on the ancestors for assistance. Not only with finding lost objects, but assistance with direction in life, assistance with rain, assistance with challenges with nature, assistance with helping with healing, asking for answers. I was watching a documentary on Netflix about Black women and their mothers and grandmothers, and what these Black women received from their ancestors, mothers and grandmothers. And this one beautiful woman in Louisiana was being filmed and interviewed in her home, and she was cooking a meal. She had all these pots and pans out and food cooking on the stove, and she was explaining that she was making a meal for her ancestors. She had an ancestral altar, pictures of her grandmother and her mother and her great-grandmother on both sides of her family, and beautiful live flowers and fruit and emblems. And she was cooking this elaborate meal in honor, to pay honor to, tribute to her ancestors. Because as she said, her ancestors are always with her, walking with her, guiding her, assisting her in life with her decisions. And it's important that we pay tribute to and honor our ancestors. So this is a reminder not only to honor our ancestors, but to remember that they're always with us and we can always ask them for help, for guidance. When we're unsure, when we're confused, when we're frustrated, when we're backed in a corner and don't know in which direction to go, we can always ask our ancestors. You have to ask. They will only assist us if we ask. We don't have to remain in a state of not knowing, in a state of feeling alone, in a state of confusion. Our ancestors surround us, so we can ask our ancestors. You can ask your ancestors, show me that you're here with me. Let me know that you're present. How do I know you're here? Auntie, uncle, grandma, granddaddy, mama, daddy. How do I know you're here with me? From my experience, they will show you that you're here. They will give you evidence that they walk with you, but you have to be open. They're not going to move a mountain. They may knock over a glass of water, so be prepared. You may smell your ancestors, some perfume or cologne they wore, a food that they cooked. When my great-grandmother comes to me, I smell her delicious enchiladas. When my dad came to me after he transitioned, I smelled those greasy, short-stop hamburgers that he loved to eat. I also have a felt sense. I can feel their presence. And I know, Uncle Michael, you're here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for letting me know. Our ancestors are with us all the time. You don't have to live in fear of life. You don't have to keep going around in circles. Ask your ancestors. Ask your ancestors. Love Posse. If this was helpful and meaningful, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Also, please check out my website at tyffanyhoward.com. If you're on Facebook, check out my Facebook page at Tyffany Howard. Love Posse, you are loved. I love you. The divine loves you. Remember, your ancestors love you. Ask your ancestors. Namaste. Namaste.